just stopped for some lunch, haven't we, babe? We're just going to get some chips, though.
Big chips.
2 lots.
Small chips. Big chips.
Was you gonna say something then?
I was just going to say the price of fish and chips nowadays is disgusting.
Yeah, it's a bit much.
Like £8 for fish and chips. When
Is
I
it?
were a kid, it was 10 pence for chips and 20 pence for a fish.
You're showing your age now, babe. So that's a small chips. That's a large chips. Would you recommend them
No,
for the money, or they just don't taste
they're
nice?
not fish and chip shop chips.
No.
They're oven chips. Just straightforward plain oven chips. They're alright in a sandwich, don't get me wrong, they're alright, but we could have made these ourselves.
Yeah.
You go to a fish shop for fish and chip shop chips because they taste special.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you, babes.
So you might remember we went to Kilmore Stones on the Isle of Mull. Do you remember?
No.
Where the man started shouting at me for parking there.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this is the village of Kilmore.
Okay.
A completely different Kilmore. This
I
is
see.
Kilmore, I don't know if it's called Kilmore Church. Well, the modern one, that's from the 1800s. That big thing there. That was built here, but before then there was a church here, or a chapel, whatever you might call it, I'm not sure. Which I'm guessing is this behind us, which looks absolutely beautiful. It's got ivy all over it and lovely archways, so let's have a look inside. Nature has really took over this place, but it is nice. With all the ivy on the walls, it's lovely. Lovely arches. Like that arch there, you can't really tell through the camera, but from there to there, that must be 5 foot across, 5 foot thick. And then you've got another at this side. It's very boggy. Trees growing inside and ivy all over. Ugh. Very nice. Just found this laying on the floor, which it looks like some kids have done. I can't read what these say. Do not something ending in U-S-E. Oh, misuse my name. Do not misuse my name. And there's 2 more. There was one there, but I don't know what it says. And I don't know. It seems to say Iosa, whatever that is. I-O-S-A. Christ, which means Christ. So, some kind of church thing they've been. Oh, look, there's loads of things on the floor here. Do not stop. Can't really make that out. What's this one? Can't make that out. I'm not wiping muck off. And there's more in this corner. I want to get these out, Mazzy.
What on earth are you doing?
There's 4 more in here. This is history. We don't want them disappearing. They need getting out. Rest on the Sabbath as God did. Very cool. Kids must have made these. Respect your parents. There you go, kids. Respect your parents. That might make a thumbnail. My mum might like that. Do not worship. Can you make that out now?
Other things.
Do not worship other things. Don't do that. Whatever you do, don't do that. One left. Oh. Do not murder. Do not murder.
That's scary.
Fantastic. Loving it. I've just been reading about this place and it's really old. Really old. It says here that it suggests that this used to be a place of pagan worship. This is pre-Christian. It says there is a tradition that St Columba landed on the shore below the church, below the churchyard when he visited in 585 AD, and that he climbed on a rock to preach to the local people. This is history. Now, this particular church was built, I think it's 13th century, I read somewhere. It's old, it's very old, but there must have been a church here before then, if there was pagan worship. This is before Christianity in the area. This is fantastic. Just walking through the graveyard looking for some interesting ones, but look, there's graves without headstones just sticking up everywhere. There's one here, one there, a few there. It's quite creepy really. So this is the oldest one we've found so far, and I know that by the signs on here. You've got a bell there. It's very hard to see underneath the moss. You've got like a cross there. That looks like a paddle actually, an oar. But I'm not sure, it might just be a spade or something. Another one there, and I think that's a timer. I used to put timers on a lot, you know, like a modern egg timer. Just outside the church walls now, and it looks like there's a little room in here. Let's have a look inside. Whoa, this has been taken over by the ivy, look at that. Don't know what it would have been. It's like a little room. Some of this looks quite modern. But I might be wrong, I might be wrong. That's been bricked up, that isn't old.
Beautiful rainbow! I'm going to call it a day, you're tired.
I'm absolutely exhausted, I didn't sleep very well last night. I think it was partly the storm.
It was loud, wasn't it?
And I fell asleep earlier in the night, so I was up all night. So yeah, I think we've only really got one more site to see on Skye, and the weather's throwing it down now anyway, so it might be the best idea. So we're going to just find somewhere to park up. I've got a few places in mind.
What was that?
Liverpool are playing Bayern Munich tonight as well, which is quite important. So, well, it's very important. In fact, it's the most important thing of the month, really.
Happy with this spot for the night?
It'll do.
It'll do.
What do you think?
Look at the view.
Do you like it?
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Are you happy here?
Yeah, do you think you'll get signal up here? That's what you really need, isn't
I've
it?
got 4G and full bars. That's why I've brought us here, because I read a review when someone said you can get 4G up here.
So you're happy there?
Yeah, because it's Liverpool against Bayern Munich tonight.
Yay!
So we can watch football live with this view, and Liverpool get into the next round of the Champions League. And just to show you, this is the view we woke up to this morning. It is beautiful around here. I've been looking in the water, looking for whales and things, and I've found nothing. That's a ship, by the way, if you're wondering what that is, or a ferry. Yeah, such a beautiful view from up here. Did get a bit windy last night, but the wind's gone now. The storm Gareth is finally gone, and we can relax.
So this is the bridge over to the Isle of Skye, or in our case, off the Isle of Skye. You don't have to actually pay to get a boat across here, do you, babe?
Well, you wouldn't get a boat across here anyway, because boats don't have wheels and they don't generally go on bridges.
Well, no, I'm going to be honest, I was confused. I thought when we were going to the Isle of Skye, we would have to get a boat. And I'm sure a lot of people might think the same.
And to be honest, this isn't Skye Bridge.
Oh, isn't it? Or is it this one down here, is it?
Well, there's a sign at the beginning of this bridge saying 1/4 of a mile to Skye Bridge, so I'm guessing Skye Bridge.
Oh, this one must
down
be
here.
it then. Well, there's no charge anyway for coming over to the Isle of Skye.
There used to be.
Really? What, on this bridge?
You used to have to pay to come to Skye on the bridge, but apparently all the locals went balmy about it.
Yeah.
There was lots of petitions, and then they made it free.
Well, good job.
So yeah, that's the end of Skye for us.
Yeah, bye-bye Skye, Isle of Skye. Did you enjoy the trip?
I never fail to have a good time on the Isle of Skye.
It was wonderful.
I'd recommend it to anybody.
Yes.
But I would recommend going out of season, because it does get too busy in season.
Yes.
But in spring or autumn, Lovely place.
Hello, Billy. Oh, look, tiny puppy one.
What on earth? Where have all them come from?
I have no idea. Oh,